How should I start this? Well, hello, my name's Alex. I like to hit things pretty fast. I submitted a video to Eugene, and it is a drum cover for his latest video on reacting to your drum videos. If you want to watch the full thing, I'll link it in the description. You can watch it. There are lots of amazing drummers that are going to be featured. I see some names that I know. Also, I suggest you go ahead and follow Eugene, subscribe to his YouTube. I'm just going to be reacting to my portion of the video. This is not a raw reaction. I have seen this already. I just came across some things that can be answered, and instead of typing out a comment or sending him a DM about some things, I said, why not just make a video about it? I think it'd be pretty interesting. Some people like reaction videos, and if this is enjoyable, say something about it. And yeah, so let's go ahead, let's get started.
Okay guys, so the next person who submitted the drum video is Alex Snores. Behemoth, the seed of I.
He didn't butcher my name like most people think they do. It's Norse, some people say nurse, but just remove the U, and that's how you say it.
You see the Behemoth logo on the thumbnail, it's so huge, you click. Marketing 101.
Big logo, big thumbnail. I mean, it's how you do it. So, alright, let's get back to it.
Swivel. Yes, now you see the swivel. I hope you don't mind that I covered that. Okay. Great foot technique.
Thank you.
What tempo is this? Like, this is around 200-ish, okay? And
I mapped it out at 210. I'm probably right. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I got 210 out of it. That's what I remember.
You can see a very good example of utilizing swivel. Nice. This angle is a little bit like, I mean, the angle itself is cool, but you can see the camera itself is compensating a lot of the darkness, the lights, so the image itself, the quality drops a little bit. Maybe you could actually get some better lights, and I'm not saying that you have to get expensive lights, just get some studio lights. You can find stuff on Amazon that is like $40-50 euro.
So, lights, I could get my room a little bit brighter. The lights I have, they're kind of moody. Like, it's just kind of like my preference. Like, I really like the lighting setup that I have. I mean, and there's obviously, it could be better, you know, because I'm using little tiny lamps from IKEA, and I'm using lamps that are just sitting around the house that people don't really use. I mean, it could be better. I could have more lights. I got better lighting. I can also utilize natural light, because I have a pretty big window on the opposite side of the room, and it shines in a lot of light, and I can utilize that. But since I'm in school, and since I work sometimes, I'm not really home during the middle of the day. So normally when I get around to recording, it's kind of in the afternoons or it's on days off. And I normally shut my blinds, I normally put the curtains up just so I can get a better lighting situation where I can adjust it the way I want. So I'm not worrying about if a cloud goes over past the sun and it randomly gets dark, or if it randomly just lights up because it's cloudy out and the sun just comes out. So I try to get my room as dark as I can, then turn on lights and adjust everything to the best I can put it, basically. So the lighting setup, I can definitely change it. And the camera, it's the Zoom Q8 is an okay camera. It records video. I mean, that's the least you can ask for a camera. But the reason why the quality is so bad for the camera is because it compensates for better audio quality. So what I think of it is, it's an audio recorder with the camera on it. Although the camera is a bit bigger than the actual microphone itself, it still records better audio than it does video. I could get a better camera, I could just not use this angle, and I could just use my phone, which is a better camera anyways. But for more angles and more perception and just more points of view, I like to use this angle, and it doesn't look half bad.
Rows, and it's like two big ass umbrellas, and it's more than enough. It's brighter than the sun, and the image is going to be much cleaner. Okay, but maybe you don't care about the video production. Doesn't matter. The kick is definitely recorded through a trigger. You can see a little there it is. You can see a little TM2 over there. The rest has no mic, so it's most likely just camera sound, and he's in his living room, so I hope nobody's at home and the neighbors are also not at home, but it's all...
Neighbors were home, and I'm sure somebody was home when I was recording this. It might have been over a weekend. I don't really remember. It's been in a half, maybe 2 months since I recorded this video, so I don't really remember.
All camera sound, it's all very raw and very brutal. Great way to do any kind of recordings when you're just starting out. Okay, so this is, in my opinion, awesome, because like it's all very nicely balanced in terms of volume. So awesome. I basically started with a zoom that I had, zoom, no mics, and kick trigger. That's it, and you can actually make pretty okay sounding music with that.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, almost a year I've had my Q8, and I can record demos with it for my band or for any other project really. I just can't get that kind of studio quality, so microphone's definitely a must for the direction I'm going. And very raw, very brutal. Yes, it is very raw. Just the camera audio. In this cover, I didn't even add any reverb. The only cover I have that I added reverb was my Death Atlas cover, and that sounds half decent, and I also adjusted the angle of the camera. Whenever I adjust the angle, the microphone gets adjusted because it sits on the back of the camera. So I try to compensate for a decent camera angle where it shows the whole kit, and I try to get a good angle where it's kind of like directly on top of the drums, getting the whole thing. And when you listen closely to the drums only audio, you can hear it like the cymbals on the left side and the right side. It all works out, and it's pretty raw. The module goes straight to the camera. I click record, and it records everything, and that's what it is. No editing, no anything, just video editing and post.
I mean, for drum covers. Blast is very nice and clean, and I'm saying very nice and clean because this is a very slow tempo, so I'm surprised that he's not playing it with 1 foot. Most likely it would be even easier for coordination. My guess is maybe he is saving strength because his feet got tired from the double bass. This is something I would do as well.
I mean, it's a little bit of both. You're not wrong, but also it's kind of more of a preference thing for me. I kind of prefer a 2 foot blast over 1 foot blast. I mean, Eugene, your 1 foot blasts are phenomenal. I really aspire to play 1 foot blasts like that someday, and I'm really working on getting my right foot to play single foot blasts like I can with my left foot, because my left foot has more power and more speed than my right foot. So I'm trying to get both of my feet equal right now, so then I can probably start playing 1 foot blasts, especially at higher tempos. But something like a slow tempo like this, it just comes down to preference and me playing tight, because I'm just worried about playing tight. I'll practice this song using 1 foot the whole time. I don't have an issue with that. I'm pretty sure I can probably do it, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the actual performance and the way it sounds, instead of me trying to show off and try too hard on something that I can do easier. It's like trying to do double strokes at 300 BPM and getting them clean, but if you can't do single strokes at 300 BPM clean, then why would you try to do single strokes when you can do double strokes? It's more of a sound thing, trying to get it clean and get it tighter. That's all.
Ah, yes, black and white. Evil. This is way too bosom, not really my style.
I thought the black and white would fit in this little clean part. It also would grab people's attention. I'm not too sure. I'm not you, but it looked like it grabbed your attention, so I'd say it worked.
Yes, adjust the headphones while you can.
These stupid headphones, they sound amazing, but they always slide forward. And I tend to look down a lot and focus on my hands and focus on my feet. I'm always looking at my technique, trying to make sure getting my hands right and my feet are swiveling like they're supposed to, and the beaters are hitting and whatever.
More blast for the masses.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. That was tough. He pulled it off.
It was tough, but it was actually easier than what I thought it would be. A little surprising, and when I watched it, I was like, oh, forgot I did that fill. That was brutal. That's the take I'm using for this video, and I'm glad I used it because it's an awesome fill. I had to feature it on my Instagram page too. It was pretty awesome fill. It's very rare that I impress myself with my playing.
And then immediately into that. It's like Inferno, no offense, but he does those bitch of drum fills. There's one guy who's doing tough fills as well. It's a dude from Italy, and then I have to play those. Can you guess who that is? Yes, you guessed it right. The good stuff. Great technique, great foot technique, great swivel. Very low budget production, super awesome just to kickstart your career. The bad stuff, I don't even know. Honestly, this was very, very good in my opinion. I have nothing to criticize. What's important is that you keep working in this direction, okay? Video production, sound production, and always improve. What's the next steps that you could do? You could get mics, you could improve the audio, you can improve the video, you can put more angles, okay? So you have 1, 2, and that's in the foot cam, yeah. So you can put maybe like 2, 3 more cameras. Doesn't matter. Go crazy.
I can only go so crazy when it comes to camera angles, and I do like minimal angles. If I could, I'd only do 2 angles, so just the overhead angle from the zoom camera and the foot cam. But I like to add a little bit more of a cinematic video and try to like cinematic style video and kind of have like angle switching, like it goes boom, like look at that, then a couple crash hits, and then boom, hit like snare and China, then switch to another angle, trying to like grab more people's attention. And I don't necessarily like switching angles a ton, but whenever I could, I'll probably add on maybe another angle or 2.
Get better lights, okay? Honestly, well done. This was very cool. The next generation's gonna grow up being as cool as you are. So our
Oh, that's great. I appreciate that. That really brought a smile to my face. I just want to thank Eugene for making this video featuring all these great drummers. I'd say go ahead and watch the video. It'll be linked down in the description. It's a great video, great production. Eugene's an awesome drummer, awesome teacher. A little disappointed he didn't have so much criticism, because there's definitely a lot more things I can definitely pick on myself for. I can definitely improve, and I'm trying my best to with my playing, with the audio quality and video quality. Anyways, thank you again. Follow Eugene. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter if you have that. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out my other videos. I work hard. Make sure you hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified when I upload new videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.